Hey, this is Mr. Weisfeld. Here's our experiment. The cart rolling down the hill. Here's the cart. Let me just show you a little bit about how I have this set up so that you can try this yourself. It might be helpful to have a little whiteboard or a notebook, piece of paper to keep track of some numbers. So the final position, the cart here, as it comes down the hill, is going to come to a stop. There are some magnets here, so it's not such an abrupt or loud or kind of obnoxious stop. Because it's slowing down, we're going to say that it's stopping at, say, 115 centimeters. So that's why I wrote here 115 centimeters. That's the final position. The starting position is where I put the cart here. So let's say I started at 95. Can you see this 95 right here? Good. So once I let the cart go, it speeds up down the hill. It comes to a stop, sort of. Well, the speed gets large until it starts decreasing and coming to a stop or turning around. Anyway, we want to know that maximum speed it gets right about here before it starts slowing down because of the magnets. That's what we're going to call the speed at the bottom of the hill, or velocity. So the cart's going to stop around 115, let's say, centimeters. It's going to start at 95 for this trial, and the distance that it goes is 115 minus 95, which is 5, 10, 15, 20 centimeters, so 20 centimeters. Now, I'm going to use LabQuest here to tell me what the speed is on its way down. So here's a few steps in LabQuest. Notice the position of the cart here doesn't really correspond to anything. So let's call this like our 0 position. So first thing, click this button up here for 0. And notice that this number here changed to 0. So we're saying that this is kind of where the cart is going to be at 0 position. Notice here that if I go back up to 95, it says close to 20 centimeters. We set our 0, we didn't set our 0 at 115, so alright. What I'm going to do is I'm holding the cart with my finger here. I'm trying not to give it a push when I let it go. And with my other hand or another person in the group, I'm going to hit the space bar. So watch the screen here when I hit the space bar. LabQuest starts taking data. And notice that the cart's still moving. That's cool. But what I'm concerned about here, or what I'm really interested in, is what's this velocity right here, where the cart was going fastest. So notice the cart was speeding up. You can get that from the table. So come over here to the table. Notice that the velocity starts at 0.248. Those are meters per second. That's the units right there. Come down here until it's getting larger. Larger, 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 larger. Oh, 337, 0.337, 0.339, and then it's smaller. So let's say that the maximum speed when I let it go at 95 centimeters is 0.339 meters per second. So that's the data that we're going to take. We're going to try different positions for the cart, maybe 85 here. And so I put my finger here at 85. I let the cart go. Sometimes the cart is going to pop off, that's fine. You still can get some data here. So once again, here's what I'm talking about. The final position of the cart, 115 centimeters. I started at 85 centimeters. That's just 10 more, so 30 centimeters. And my velocity, when I look at my screen, the velocity was getting greater. 0.322, 329, 427, 439, 439, and then it got smaller. So we think that 439 is the max velocity here, so that's what we're going to write down, 0.439. That's a little bit of tips about how to take data. Every time you take data with the LabQuest, it'll erase the last one, so you can see like your latest situation. Sometimes it pops off, don't be alarmed by that. Just make sure you get the cart back on the track.